Landing a commercial aircraft is like conducting a symphony at 150 miles per hour. One wrong note and the whole performance falls apart. Today we're exploring the intricate dance between human and machine that happens in those critical, final moments of flight.
That's such a powerful way to think about it. Most passengers have no idea there are dozens of precise steps happening in those last few minutes before touchdown.
You know what's fascinating? It all starts at exactly 30 feet above the runway. That's when pilots begin what's called the flare maneuver, this incredibly delicate pitch-up motion that sets up the entire landing sequence.
Hmm. And I understand there's this automated voice that actually shouts retard at the pilots when they reach 20 feet. That seems rather aggressive.
Well, it's actually a crucial reminder to pull back those thrust levers to idle position. Without that step, none of the ground spoilers can deploy. And here's what's wild. Those spoilers are responsible for about 60% of the aircraft's stopping power.
So, what happens if a pilot doesn't get those thrust levers to idle quickly enough?
That's where things get interesting. The entire landing sequence can be compromised. The ground spoilers won't deploy, which means the aircraft could literally float down the runway instead of settling firmly onto its landing gear. It's like trying to land a paper airplane in slow motion.
You know what really catches my attention? The way everything has to happen in this perfect choreographed sequence at touchdown.
Exactly right. And get this, pilots have less than 3 seconds to initiate what we call the derotation while simultaneously managing those thrust reversers. It's like trying to pat your head, rub your stomach, and solve a math problem all at once.
That level of precision is remarkable, and I understand once those thrust reversers are deployed, there's no going back. You're committed to landing.
Right. And here's something most people don't realize. In certain situations, like emergencies or unexpected tailwinds, pilots must immediately go to maximum reverse thrust. It's like having an emergency brake that you can only use under specific conditions.
The complexity of managing all these systems while maintaining directional control must be incredible.
Well, that's where it gets really interesting. Pilots actually have to avoid using the side stick during the landing roll. It's all about those rudder pedals for directional control. Think about trying to write your signature while wearing mittens. You need the right tool for the right job.
And then there's this whole system called auto brake that seems to add another layer of complexity to the process.
The auto brake system is fascinating because it's this perfect example of automation working alongside human judgment. But here's the catch. Pilots have to disengage it before hitting 20 knots, or they risk what they call the parking lot effect. That jerky stop you feel in a car with touchy brakes.
That timing must be absolutely critical, especially in challenging weather conditions.
You're right about that. And speaking of weather, landing on snow-covered runways requires a completely different approach. Pilots have to stow those thrust reversers at 25 knots instead of normal taxi speed because snow recirculation can actually cause engine failure.
The level of detail in these procedures is just mind-boggling. Every single step seems to have been written in blood, as they say in aviation.
That's unfortunately true. Each of these procedures represents lessons learned from past incidents. But here's what's remarkable. These precise steps have made commercial aviation one of the safest forms of travel in human history with a fatal accident rate of just 0.17 per million flights.
Those statistics really put it in perspective. We're talking about bringing a 200-ton aircraft safely to Earth thousands of times every day.
And what's truly amazing is how pilots make it look routine. Every landing is like a masterclass in human-machine interaction with hundreds of precise actions happening in a carefully orchestrated sequence.
Well, the next time I feel those wheels touch down, I'll definitely have a new appreciation for what's happening in that cockpit.
And that's really what it's all about. This incredible blend of human expertise and technological innovation coming together to perform what amounts to a minor miracle multiple times a day at airports all around the world.